Hello, everyone. This is Katrina again. Katrina Eats and Reads with another book review. And I talked to you all about a book called First Lie Wins by Ashley Elston. And I wanted to make sure I had enough time to give you a good review about the book. Um, or at least a thorough enough review. So this book is about this young lady who, at a young age, her mother dies, and she kind of goes off to college. They lived in a trailer park and had a really, really, really rough life where her mom kind of taught her the ins and outs of being very crafty, learning how to, steal very fine jewelry and nice accessories and antiques and sell them to the highest bidder. And so that was how they were able to pay their bills. It kind of slid and slid it. I don't know. Anyway, they figured out how to, try to pay bills, even though they were pretty poor. And her mom was really sick and she passed. And anyway, she ends up, taking all this knowledge and, just sort of surviving. And she ends up in this sort of quandary where she has to kind of work for this person, and she's working to steal from people or spy on people, um, kind of gather intel. She gets, fake identities, things like that. And it's really high level stuff. It's not like, oh, I'm at the Kroger, or as some people say, the K Rogers, stealing meat and things like that. This is like really high end kind of stuff, or setting the landscape for another group to come in and commit crimes. So yeah, she's learned how to do all this stuff. And then at one point she ends up working for this family, and she's supposed to kind of grease the way for another group to come in and steal and take from this family. But she kind of gets a little bit busted because she gets attached to this little boy because she's the nanny, and she's not really a nanny. But anyway, this little boy, she kind of gets attached to him. And so she doesn't really fully go through the plan. So the person who she's working for is pretty upset, and gives her another job to do to kind of test her. Anyway, she has her real identity, which no one knows, and she keeps that just kind of stored away so that if one day, whenever she's done with this life, she can go ahead and go back to that name and go live a regular life. So anyway, she ends up with this particular job to do, and she gets with this guy, and she's supposed to, she doesn't know what it is that she's supposed to do. All she knows is she's supposed to become his girlfriend and be, his everything and whatever. He has a lot of money, and she's got to make it look really real. He's got a lot of friends with a lot of influence and a lot of money, and so she doesn't want to mess it up because these people don't like her. They don't like anybody who he's dated or anything like that. So anyway, you come to find out later that this dude has been hired by the same guy because they're still all trying to steal all this stuff. It just gets really, really entangled. And it's like first lie wins, because whoever tells the lie, you're trying to tell the truth and be as honest as possible while you are, tricking these people. And she does pretty well, but then other things get involved. I don't want to spoil it because it's a really good mystery. Let me go ahead and be 100% honest. At the end, I got very irritated. At the end, it turned into, oh, oh, I think they're going to get together. Oh, they're going to live happily ever after. And that is pretty much what happened. At the end of the book, they just start living happily ever after. And it's just annoying. But she ends up getting an attorney so that she doesn't go to jail, because now she's kind of been found out, and she's got people who kind of know who she is and are trying to, destroy everything, but they can't destroy her too badly because they still have a job to do to rob all these people. Anyway, it's a interesting book. I thought it was pretty good. It's like I said, it started off pretty okay, and then it got really, really good. And then just the last maybe a 10-15% of it, I'd say, got to where it was just like, they're just making sure that everybody gets along and everybody gets together and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, if you like that kind of thing, you like everything to be tied into a really neat bow and really pretty and all that, then you'll love the end of this book. So that's it for this book. I do want to show you a picture of the cover. Like I said, it's called First Lie Wins by Ashley Elston. And I thought it was, pretty good. I would read one of her books again. That's just my little thing, is just the end of it. Um, but I like the way it was like a mystery. You kind of don't know what's happening. You don't know who is who. You don't know who to trust, who to suspect. You almost get to the point where you suspect everyone. And then there's a person in the book who you don't suspect of anything. And that is who kind of, ends up being not what you would want. Like, I mean, you just are like, oh, not shocking, but at the same time, just kind of, like, oh, this person did this. So anyway, that's it for that. I just wanted to go in here and do a review of that book, and I will see you all soon. I still have to do a couple more reviews, and I'm still going to be getting ready to read a couple of other books. I do have one other book that I want to tell you all about in case anybody wants to read it and talk about it at some point. I'm going to pull it up now because I don't want to forget it. But I've already forgotten the name. But it's this book by this guy, and he wrote the book, and it has, here it is. It's called Roundabout. This is the book, Roundabout. It's Fong Gwen. The only E in this book is this letter E right here in his name. The entire book is written without the letter E in the book. So it's a very interesting book. It's about a guy named Ovid. I think it's Ovid. And Ovid is aware that someone is writing a book about his life. So that's what the book is about. So there's two different kind of things intertwining and weaving, and I feel like it's going to be very interesting. Some people are not fans. I'm not going to name any names, but I'm excited to read it. I'm going to read it by the end of April, and I'll let you all know how it turns out and what I think of it. All right. Hopefully you will read it too, and maybe you can give me some comments on how you felt about it. Have a good day. Take care. Bye.